good night, good evening, or whatever. I said good night before realizing that that kind of implies that it's the opposite of a greeting. And good evening is probably the greeting version of that. That should be a good, opening fumble that I'm having right now. Should be doing a good job of setting the tone for what will follow after this point. By the way, did you know that the sound of cracking your knuckles is the bones being pulled apart to release air bubbles in the joints? I did not know that, actually. Apparently, though, it's true. Pop. Also, I need to reset this. I don't know. Is this already? Okay, never mind. It's already set, not reset. The last time I did this, I guess. Right, come on, let's get through this reasonably quickly, because should be the last time I have to play this game in particular, because there's only the last story left in the game, which is Trevor's story, but nothing. We're gonna do that. Before that, though, let's go ahead and get a recap of what's going on right now, I guess, since I did that before.
That's your father's, Simon. Please, leave it. It's not a toy.
Well, it's kinda a toy.
Why has the Brotherhood waited until now to tell you this?
I don't know. I suspect they believed he would not return. It must be me, Cypher. It can be no other. You understand that, don't you? For the honor of my own family, I cannot live with this shame. I must protect you and Simon from this. I must avenge my mother.
So yeah, several years before even more ridiculous barbarian costumes, we had this.
Piece of mirror since I was a boy. It is said it comes from a magical mirror, capable of showing your past and true fate.
Oh, is it a mirror of fate?
It has never shown me anything. Perhaps one day, my son, it will reveal something of yours. Keep it and always carry it with you, Simon. Will you do that for me?
Not gonna tell you where I got that myself, because I'm not quite sure. Even though that kinda makes a plot hole right there.
If I have not returned by dawn, take the boy and leave this place far behind. Take to the forest. Do not look for me.
Come back to us, my love.
Yeah, okay. You know, I just realized that he does kind of look like Tommy Wiseau in this, doesn't he? Let's continue the adventure and experience that firsthand. What that is, I don't know, but... Hey, look, everything's big. It's a big old bridge, big old gears, big old chain, which for some reason is very... well, I don't know. Don't know if producing like full-on rectangular prisms with rectangular holes cut out is like a common thing for chains. Hey, look. See, I think we got a new variety of spook here. We got scullies with shields. Don't think those have shown up before. Actually, wait a minute. Like, does it even... I think, yeah, it shows, like, all the slots in the bestiary, even the ones that are locked, and apparently there's more than I thought there would be. I don't remember there being that many more beasties that are gonna show up in this last story, but here we are. Oh, wait a minute. I like how we have the full magic bar upgrade going on, but we don't even have any magic that we can use right now. Many tens of thousands of souls until we took them. Well, now what the fuck is this guy? You know, I don't remember any of this. I only played this game once, and it was, I don't even remember how long ago, and it's not like I particularly enjoyed it, so I have the feeling I blocked a lot of this from my memory. Generally don't remember this colorful Lego armor. The funny thing is, I'm fairly certain too that this was the first of the games in this sub-series that I played. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I played this before I played the first Lords of Shadow even, because I didn't even know that it was on Steam, or it was either that or I didn't have a good enough computer for it at the time. Like the last computer I had was, which I still have, because it's a laptop. It was decent enough, but not as good as this one. You could run Dishonored at mid settings, so there's that. First one, that is. Second one is a different animal. Right, that was exciting. Goes floating in the air and then suddenly went inside the enormous armor, so I guess these are like the poltergeist armors from the first Lords of Shadow. Arm shattered as I received the first blow, my shield was gone. God knows I won't withstand the first, so I also don't know how to dodge or parry, so rip. Let's move into Unholy Church. I don't think we went to this area in any of the previous run-throughs of the castle. So how come there's like a one square above where I am right now on the map that's somehow uncovered, even though I can't actually get high enough to reach that? Asking the real questions here. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't seem abrupt in the slightest, right, so I guess we have Boomerang now. It doesn't really work all that great as advertised. See, the kind of funny thing is, I'm pretty sure that I have like all the general upgrades that we got in Simon's and Alucard's story, even though that was in the future. And you know, that should mean something, right? Oh yeah, we have a double jump, even though we have no explanation for it. Actually forgot we would have that. Like, we can just double jump because we can, I guess. We don't have like the hand wave of the demonic wings or whatever that Alucard had for it. We just can't do it. Yeah, replace the finger of the Holy Cross with a blasphemy. I did not catch what that was. I presume I have to go this way, but hang on. Okay, apparently there was one thing to get in the church here, and I already got it. It might have been the boomerang, which is a plot required thing, I would imagine. Well, hey, you made a worse mess than there already was here. Wonder if that felt good. Right, well, since this game has fall damage, I assume I have to not, you know, just drop down, which would be the easy way. This way you'll enjoy dramatic killer moves. That's how I would describe them clearly. Oh hey, that guy's back. He's in the background still, though. Still not quite sure why he gets a bestiary entry, since I still don't think you ever interact with him, but you know, like I said, I forgot everything about this final third of the game, as I said, so for all I know, that might actually still happen. Not sure. So one moment. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Exco, raid. Is it a raid? Oh boy. Well, thanks for the raid, I suppose. Well, I say, coming off kind of callously, but I do appreciate it. I hear the pitiful sobs of a woman consumed by love for a knight who betrayed the Bernard family. She threw herself into the pit, searching for him. Her sorrow has echoed off the catacomb walls under the light of the guardian angel. I wonder if that could be followed up on at all. Well, thanks for the raid, anyway. Also, this looks suspicious. And I did remember that apparently you do have a stump move that doesn't really have any use other than... No, supposedly what you're supposed to use that for is, like, if you're in the air and you take damage from or you're about to take damage from an attack in the air, you can hurl yourself to the ground that much faster, but, like, I've never used it for that. Boy. Looks like there's somebody over there. Guess we could go check it out. After taking a couple pot shots at this skelly. Let me see. We could take a look at the gear we have for this character. Combat cross forged long ago by Rinaldo Gandolfi is actually a copy of the true vampire killer with which Gabriel defeated the Lords of Shadow. Alright. Which now lies destroyed in the Shadow Plane. Oh yeah. I think that happened at the end of the DLC, but I don't really remember. Like the exact thing that happened. Redesign of the classic boomerang has an explosive capsule in the center. Well, they say the classic boomerang, but I don't even remember if... I don't think that there was any boomerang equivalent in Lords of Shadow 1. So I'm assuming that by that they mean the cross-up weapon, which worked like a boomerang in the old school Castlevania games, which... you know, didn't really look anything like what we've just seen, but... let's read about the armored skeleton, fearsome to behold and much more skilled than the rest of the casual denizens. They hold a special place of honor. The spell that keeps them on their feet is also used to fill them with false hope that they continue to serve the cause for which they were trained in life. So they were all Dracula's servants in life, because otherwise that statement is kind of inaccurate. Even though Dracula has only been around for like, I don't know, less than 50 years at this point, I think. That's very vague blanket term, but I can't really think of anything better. Oh, jeez. No, wait, really? You recovered, even though you were already glowing. Like that. Game's too spooky, play Shenmue instead. But what if there's a new Shenmue that comes out that's funded? Does that mean that the rest of my life will be playing Shenmue games also? Hang on a minute. How come was I not supposed to come this way? So apparently the game wants me to go this way, which is back to where I was before. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't do anything. Just kind of bounced harmlessly off the wall. Should co-op stream all of Shenmue once Shenmue 3 comes out. Yeah, I'm sure that will. Oh, okay. That will be a very productive and totally not. You know, I totally won't drag on like Dark Souls did. It's one of them programs that give other people remote access to your computer, then play on the same emulator as you. Or maybe, I don't know. Did you know that the Dolphin emulator apparently has like net play capacity for some games like Smash Brothers? It can be extremely finicky, but clearly that means we should co-op all Shadow Magic, okay, all GameCube games that have a multiplayer element. It's gonna be our project for the next 10 years. Hang on, I have the feeling this is the secret. Bernards were buried in the script together with some of the most prized treasures. The family's chambers have remained untouched despite the invasion of monsters. Except being sealed with a powerful shadow magic, alright. So I think we're going grave robbing. Sounds like fun. Oh, okay. And season 2 of Dark Souls, this time in reverse orders. Reverse order, alright. It's gonna make even more sense this time. Apparently there's one more thing to collect in the crypt. I'm guessing it's over on the right side. Apparently it's the only part of the... Oh, this is timed. Just now realize that. That's clearly gonna end well for everyone. Come on, get up there. Oh, it's not even here, is it? Is it? I don't know if it is. Okay, no it isn't. You know, it helps that I don't even know the layout of this place, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I did it. Didn't even know if did it at the last moment or if it just automatically closes after you go through. Well, my objective is right. Okay, no, it's not. I'll say it's right here, isn't it? But apparently it's not. Okay, I can't move to the right here, so I'm going to have to use this for something. Oh. Light magic and shadow magic. So, light magic. So, I'm guessing that these are gonna be the same kinds of magic that you get in Lords of Shadow 1, which, as opposed to the two versions of that you get in the other two stories. Even though Alucard's magic was kind of like that, except not quite as straightforward. Yeah, so we can do this too, even though there's no justification for it either. We can use our own preternatural ability to do wall jumps instead of having to find like a special thing for it. Okay. It's not even gonna take it. It's gonna do that because... I guess. And then the game becomes like Ghost Trick, where you have to move through like possess a piece of paper and move through the sewer pipes. Oh boy. And I wonder how that looked on the 3DS. Which this game was originally for, I will have you remember. So let's fight the Executioner from Resident Evil 5. Oh, okay. Oh, alrighty then. That was not quite the quick time event I thought it was gonna be. And the shockwave attacks in this game have gone really weak compared to the ones in the 3D games. Of course, I'm not even gonna complain about that. Because I don't want that, you know, any potential higher difficulty elements prolonging my walkthrough. I almost said, but now my playthrough of this game. As you might have seen or might have noticed by now, I'm not a particularly big fan of this one in particular. I don't think I'm a particularly big fan of any Lords of Shadow games, to be honest, but like, I think this one is the least okay out of all of them. I would say that much. It's just kind of funny because, in a technical sense, I guess this is the most like, you know, the 2D Metroidvania games that I like the most. Just a shame that it doesn't manage to actually be like them in any real way. Okay, apparently that's always gonna be the same button, so... I have like more than one move. It's kind of hard to remember that sometimes. Right, well that was really hard. My blood is boiling right now, you guys. Must defeat the Archdemon to end the blight, I agree. it bothers me that they show you these, like, things that are obviously going to break at some point, but you can't even do anything about it. You have to wait for some background event to do it for you. Right, well, I did it. I got to the big door.
You cannot pass yet, Trevor.
Hey, that guy can talk now. Okay then, I'm not gonna question that. Just gonna go back to my new objective that I suddenly know that I have to go to now. So what if I just want to, like, not fight this guy? This game's not gonna stop me. Oh, okay. Just pass through that, which I am okay with, because I did not see that down there. I would have been less okay with actually having gotten hit by that thing that I could not see coming. But I have no sandwich between these two. Yeah, you can do the guard break thing in this one. I keep forgetting that. Should probably be doing that more often. Like right now. Actually, wait. Can I go down from here, or... Yes, I can. Okay, so what is down here? Oh, okay. Using light magic. I should probably be writing notes here, shouldn't I? Okay, there. And I just leave it there. What the fuck is that sound? There's never really any real chance of victory when the giant hit me with its enormous axe. I was one side like an insect. Don't think twice, brother, run away. I think I already killed the giant, though. Oh, I see. Alright, I'll go this way then. Oh. Okay. Well, you know, I did the pattern recognition and didn't die. Wait, what? Oh, do I have to double jump and I jump from one end to the... well, can't really do it that smoothly, it doesn't look like. Oh, okay, that's what I was supposed to do. Okay. I see you waiting for me down here, and I died. Because I only had that chance of life left, alright, so... well, at least I'm all the way over here already. So that could have been worse. Okay, I can see in before they somehow spawned me with the misery of life I had left when I died. There we go. Okay, I guess I should use the auto spam move more often. That seemed to be fairly effective. Okay, how that thing caught on that branch, there's no real reason to believe that would happen, and yet we must, I guess. I don't think it would be launched off of the stream with such force that it would hook into the branch, but whatever. A light magic medallion, the same shit from the first game. We can now turn on the blue stink lines and heal ourselves if we kill things while we have that active, I guess. Oh, hi. There's gonna be a lot of these fuckers, isn't there? Oh, I see. Right, I will open this with light magic like so. And I will take this so that I can completely replenish my magic, which I am clearly in dire need of. Alright. You also see a health fund up above, so let's go and get that. And we could do a retread of the area, because there's one spot that we can only open with light magic that we didn't, but looks like we're gonna have to come back this way eventually anyway, so... So now let's go back to the crypt for now. Go back to this thing, which apparently we need a... Oh yeah, there used to be somebody crying in the middle there, but now there isn't. That's spooky, you see. Let's venture into the deep roads to find the Anvil of the Void, so we can build golems. Oh boy. There's so much going to the Crypt's Labyrinth, aka the area that... from the Magic DLC, Cthulhu DLC that had lots of puzzles. Certainly what that preview image made me think of. This does not look fun though, hang on. There are 4 things to find in here, so it seems. Where's down here? Oh. Okay, I knew bestiary entry unlocked. Certainly making a physical reference to Dragon Age. Okay. Let's look at her new bestiary entry. It's a rotten zombie that we haven't even found yet, but okay. Lethal corpses capable of mutilating themselves to reach their prey. Their fragile flesh yellowed by pus, which I'm pretty sure only has one S. And their brittle bones, incapable of keeping them upright, represent an unpleasant threat to those who think they are safe behind any barrier. Alright, so... Are these zombies soft enough to where they can... go through bars? Out of some large creature, the marks on the wall remind me of an insect hive, except the sheer size must be the work of an entire colony of thousands. I should probably try to get around to playing Magicka 2 on my own. I still haven't done that. But basically, these are the zombies from Symphony that split themselves into 2. If you beat one half of the body before the other one, it becomes a lot harder, and I always forget which is which. Except instead of those zombies, these ones don't float. Store cannot be opened with your current abilities. Oh boy. Come back later, it says, and I guess I might. Don't know how much later is later, though. It's later as in when you're done with the area here, or later as in much later. I want to believe that it's the former, but I really don't remember. I think I do remember there's a boss fight coming up, and I was not expecting to survive there, but okay. Ow. Oh boy. Right, I would see the two things that I'm missing on this map, I guess. Oh, okay. Guess we don't take damage from this particular fall because blood. The soft skulls cushion our fall, you see. Oh, hi. As we then fight the Lady of the Lake, I don't know. Remember the legend of King Arthur. So this is a very big room. Oh, blocker attack, okay. You're supposed to do this, we're gonna tell you, because this game is not designed well enough to where you could figure it out on your own. Initiative, okay. Come on, I guess we just have to keep doing that. Oh. Is that supposed to just be an animation, or is it supposed to show? Wait, what? How was that attack? It was just like a shoulder, like a shoulder ram, but terrible. Okay, so now I have to dodge. So this is, I do remember dying to this boss at least once when I did this the first time. It's really not quite as evident as, or mindless, I guess, some of the other bosses is what I mean. Oh, hi. Oh. No, I can do that too. Well, it is pretty mindless once you figure out that apparently it has like 3 patterns that it does, and that's it. On the wrong direction, so oh. And then I did a very stilted animation, which made it very hard to react. Oh. And then it killed me, okay. You're the worst vampire hunter? Well, how could you tell by playing this game? It seems like misinformation. So I guess if she just does the grab move, you just don't really do anything except escape from that. It's just like a time waster more than anything. Oh, okay, I can block it even if I'm facing away from her. That's the reason I didn't try to do that before. Thought that blocks didn't work if you're fishing away from whatever it is you're trying to block in this, but I don't fucking know. Right, come on. Oh, I have to do the grab thing. Guess that makes sense. Oh, okay. Did forget about this though. Oh boy, so now what? It's gonna be like this game's attempt to recreate the Titan fight from the first one. Oh, hold RT, so I guess yes. And I'm holding RT. I'm holding Rotten Tomatoes. In multiple senses. Oh, no, that was LT, okay. No, that was kind of popular, so... At least they checkpoint you every 2 seconds in this, because they know that you're gonna screw up, because... This is not exactly... typical intuitive. You know, I don't even care about, like, what... I don't even care about them checkpointing you this much, because... I'm not particularly saddened by the fact that I have to play less of this as a result. Oh. Okay, so if you press anything that isn't the prompt, you immediately die. So let's see, let's try to memorize the sequence here, I guess. Hold LT, then press A twice. And hold RT, which I'm pretty sure I did before and died anyway. And press A again. Okay, now it's mash X. Okay then. I thought he had gotten eaten, but I guess not. That's how you get in the castle, I guess. Couldn't possibly have done it any other way. Also we got a Blight Magic Medallion. Sacred fire wraps around the bearer, transmitting all damage caused into powerful healing spells, however that works. So yeah, let's just shrug off the giant lure insect creature fish thing that we just killed. And just head inside. Oh, it's another one of these things, so they count as regular enemies. Alright, that's what they do. I see that's what they do, as if that were like as if acknowledging that meant that I knew how you were supposed to react to that. I don't really know. You just jump like that. I could try to just touch and put more distance away from, or more distance between yourself and the guy. That's still not going to be good enough. As I've seen on repeated occasions. Oh hey, I think it's just the entrance hall that you fight the first boss in. during the first story, but I don't know. Might be, might not be.
Welcome, Trevor. I've been expecting you.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I know all. I am here to make sure that everything happens tonight as it is supposed to happen. I am here to guide you.
Guide me? I don't need anyone to guide or direct me. Move aside!
As you wish. However, your fate has already been sealed and there is nothing you can do to change it. I am sorry to say that you will not achieve your objective, and your wife and your son will suffer the consequences of your failure.
Boy.
I will hear no more from you.
Well, there you go. That's how this guy became mute. So I sure do wonder what that could possibly mean. Of course, he didn't seem like he was moving any part of his actual body, so I don't really know why having that part of his face broken off stopped him from being able to speak. Like, I understand that that's what that's supposed to convey. That's done well enough, I guess, but it still doesn't make sense. How would somebody who speaks like through telepathy or whatever need an actual physical mouth to speak? It's like, I don't know, like imagine somebody that can move stuff with their mind and you cut off their arms. Is that gonna stop them from moving stuff with their mind? Like, I don't know, imagine somebody that can move stuff with their mind and can't move their arms. So they don't use their arms for anything. And then apparently if you cut off their arms though, that stops them from being able to move stuff with their mind. Like, what's the correlation there? I don't know. I shouldn't be questioning this fucking game. Right, hold up. I'm pretty sure that if I... There we go. Lady of the Crypt is apparently the thing we killed. That was not really, well, it shows you the whole body of the thing, I see. This mysterious creature is actually an enormous deformed insect that lives in the depths of the crypt. The cunning beast has grown, feeding on the damned thrown into its dark pit, whilst in the process learning to imitate them in order to lure new prey. Okay. So it was all a jape. All along. Sounds should be the kind of emergency mechanism that unlocks the door of what must be the game's room at the end of the corridor. Okay, wait. I want to break the barrels first. Because why not, even though... Well, that apparently does give me more of the parts that I'm never gonna use. Because I'm very stingy with the sub-weapons. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus, it's these fuckers again. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't show up again, but I did vaguely remember that they would. I don't know if I have to fight them, like, I have the feeling that if I walk past them, I didn't see any barriers or anything up here, so... Can't imagine why that would be a problem. Oh, he did die. Oh, okay. I was fully expecting to get hit by that, but I guess it was not to be this one time. So, okay, this never happened before. See, when they block in the air like that, what the fuck do you do? Can't really do anything. Are you beating up Fulgrim? I don't know. There's like many of him though, more than there should be. Oh. You know what? No. Bye. I don't want to put up with that anymore. Oh, hey, it's the vampire chess game. Everyone's favorite part of the first Lords of Shadow, I'm sure. Sure, I'm glad that they put that in this. Hey, look, it's vampires and werewolves working together. What is this mass hysteria? And it's, you know, see, it's ironic. It's a work of art right here because the backdrop is literally a game that depicts them facing off against each other because they're opposites, and yet here they are working together versus a common enemy. So it's one-of-a-kind artistic representation. I'm sure that Gilberto Reyes, or whoever the fuck made this, is very proud of that. I have no idea. Oh, okay. No idea if that name that I said is in the slightest accurate to any of the people who actually did make this, by the way. Pretty much just came up with what's a very generic Spanish name. Does that thing stop? It does not stop, does it? Oh wait, no, yes it does. It just takes forever to do so. Giant bats. The bats began to feed on the blood that their new masters offered them. These tiny defenseless creatures grew disproportionately and became dangerous predators. Okay. So they're different from the... well, yeah, I guess they are different from the other vampires that show up in the previous game, so they can't just call them vampires. Oh boy. Is that gonna open the door in front of me? No, it's not. It's gonna open that door back there. Is it gonna be timed? Oh, fuck. It probably is. Because that's a fun thing to have. Gotta have the puzzles. Oh, I didn't know I did it. Am I back in a place I've already been? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Alright, that seemed like a non-reaction to getting hit. What's this? Stormer? What is this? Tired of the living, disturb the rest. The spirits who dwell in the castle possess the enormous suits of armor that adorn the corridors. Easily smash the unwary while the hard armor protects their cold inner flame. Of course, why the living couldn't have just put that flame out before is something that won't ever be addressed, I don't think. Oh, do I have to do that? I don't even know. Oh. fix this now. Oh, okay. So you can just stand in the background and literally be invincible. I can't do shit about it because I don't have that perception. Alright, here he comes. You know what the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure one of the enemies that was in the one demo that I've been able to play for Bloodstain is actually not that different from this guy. There's an enemy called Dollar Hammer that's pretty much same kind of enemy, except not, I don't know, I won't say not as terrible, but well, the thing about it is that, you know, the controls for you, the player in that game, are not as terrible as this, and that's, I feel, the more important thing. Right, well, that was exciting. Is there anything else in here? There's one more thing to collect, apparently. Let's just go. I'm gonna have to backtrack anyway. You want to relive the cinematics? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go on the railroad and... And I remember this screaming wall. Sure, I've seen it in some other story. Is this like a third variation on the merman enemy? Apparently 2 was not enough. Oh, this was against spit poison, apparently. Instead of just being vanilla or the second variation, which could do electric stuff. I guess one can spit poison, I guess. Oh. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably be using the light magic more. Maybe. I'm about to get something else here. What is this? Okay, electric bomb. Oh boy. Right, well, that's my quota for sub-weapons completed. And that's how that works. Seems kind of broken, to be honest. Oh, I was about to turn on the light magic. Well, now I can. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, that's not even poison, that's gunk. Good to know. Alright, so... could go up there or could go this way. I'm guessing it's probably a better idea to go up here for now. I see, as there is no way to proceed from here. Never mind. It goes to show how misinterpretive of everything I am, alright. Batteries used by the toy maker to power his mechanical monsters are used as dangerous electricity bombs. They release multiple tongues of energy, quote unquote, that leave enemies trapped within their sphere of influence and their ultimate disruption. They leave enemies trapped within their sphere of influence and their ultimate destruction. If you take out one of those things, they leave enemies trapped inside their ultimate destruction. I don't know if that's the enemy's ultimate destruction or the thing's ultimate destruction. That seems like an odd thing to incorporate into a description regardless, but what have we got here? Helping clear a route through the dungeons, but care must be taken. Some of its enemies are resistant to its race, so just don't use it, I guess. It's not like it's necessary. Wait, there's another thing, there's that. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, apparently if I use the PS4 controller, I can press the screen thing to switch the sub-weapon. There's a bunch more stuff to collect, supposedly. But the normal button for that is supposed to be clicking the right stick. I don't know, maybe it's just the way I have it configured, because it is supposed to be emulated X input, so... Well, I do see a bunch of stuff. But don't try to understand. Okay, I was gonna say shadow magic, alright. Don't really understand is why what? I completely lost my train of thought yet again. Never mind. Let's confuse ourselves in a different way by reading whatever's here. Supposed to wait here while my comrade conducted a quick reconnaissance. We thought it would be a good place to camp, but it's been too long and I fear he has been taken or worse. Well, apparently he never left this place. Your skill unlocked. It's the chain barrier final. So it could keep going that way. Which way am I supposed to go? Right, I'm supposed to go further below, so I have to imagine that the way I'm supposed to be going to proceed is... oh shit. It's down the other elevator, nice, so... Yes, I know, game. Been playing long enough to realize. I get the feeling that, you know, by the time the developers got to making this final third of the game, that's when they got lazy, and that's why there's like a bunch of stuff piled up in this one area. Well, not that I'm really complaining, because, you know, like I said, the less time I have to spend on this, the better at this point. Okay, wait a minute, what? Can't move while on the elevator. And I can't go down below the elevator while it's in the top part, because I just can't. And yet I think I kinda have to open that up if I want to get to this thing. To my left, I don't know. I'm sure there will be a way. Just gonna have to wait until the game decides to make it doable. Right, so there's 4 things left. There are 3 things marked on the map. Is this a different thing? No, it's not. Okay. Now what do we got? We got... Trapped. I spent my final hours troubled by the dangers, awaiting my comrade who I couldn't warn. Okay, so the 2 guys are dead, kind of in the same room, and not very far from each other. So can I get up here? Apparently I can do something there. Or I could if I could actually get up there, but I can't. So never mind. Oh, hi. Why did I turn off my... Wait, thanks for not attacking me when I was vulnerable. I appreciate that. Alright, we go. Vertical prison, oh shit. So can we hang into this stuff even though we would... Yep, we can. It makes no sense whatsoever that we're able to do that, but... Here we are. Vertical prison, clearly my favorite area in this game and not something that I am dreading. So do I actually drop down because there's water down here, yeah. Apparently there's no way to go up, so... Let's this first, I guess. Didn't realize that this was here. Till I was already halfway to it. Hey look, air. This is how air works, right? So what's in the deepest depths of this place? It's really hard to tell the surfaces apart. Bad fortune seems to follow. Either I choose this one instead of salvation, I find my death. Alas, it was my last bad choice. Oh well. It's supposed to imply that if you go down that passageway, you'll die, because there's no way for you to go back up before you run out of air. I find that hard to believe. Actually got plenty of air here. Oh, okay. Gee whiz, I sure do like stuff that I have time to react to. Hello. Oh, come on now. I haven't been here before, have I? No. It's just completely flooded. And you get a Hunter Merman bestiary entry. Develop special glands which deliver powerful toxin spat on their prey, rendering their enemies completely paralyzed, except if they struggle in the slightest. Which, why would they? People are into that kind of shit these days, don't you know? Did I miss anything down there? I don't think I did. Yeah. Hey, look, air. It's not coming from a hole this time. Alright, not going back, I suppose. go back into the water ever again, I don't think. I hope not, at least. I took a scratch from one of the little tadpole beasts down there. That was a great tragedy. So boy, what could this guy have on him? He has red stink lines. Before continuing, you must find all of my comrade spirits of the Order who have been locked in the dreadful vertical prison. And use both magic medallions wisely. Alright, so that's a hint. So what if I read the scroll? Alright. So I thought the scroll would have like a hint to what I'm supposed to be doing, but or how you're supposed to organize the colors that you put on the slabs, but apparently that is not the case. Maybe it will be after I fall and take fall damage, because that's how this game works. So if I don't just jump over there, what the fuck do I do? Oh, I do that, just not the way I did it before. Locked in this cell, there's no escape for me now. Some fellow by the name of Chupacabras, or a strange name for a warrior of the Brotherhood. Alright. Chupacabras is the warrior of the Brotherhood, even though that's not at all what he was in Lords of Shadow 1. He was Kojima. Alright, found another one of the red stink line people. Use both magic medallions. Oh, okay. Oh, so you have to collect the clues from them. I guess that makes sense. So the leftmost one is red. Well, it's not so much a clue as it is just a solution. I'll be the partial one. Wait, what? What? Am I the only one who just saw that? Alright, I want to acknowledge that teleport then. It was just the will of the time gods. Alright, so those two are red. I was just gonna go out on a limb and assume that the rest of these are blue, but look, it's a door that can't be opened with my current abilities. Gonna leave a note there, I guess. Here. Oh, I can't. It's not working for some reason. Well, I mean, I can, but can bring up the screen, but then I can't do anything in it because the thing's not working. Yeah, just leave the note. Fuck it. I know what it means. Oh, come on. Oh, I can't actually open this without shadow magic, which I don't have yet. That's such a shame. I don't know what hit me there. Does this guy have spooky magic? Oh, he does. Can damage stuff more now. So before we continue, let's just quickly go back to that dead guy we were just at before. And we couldn't reach him because we didn't have the spook magic, but now we do. Now let me guess, one of the remaining things is gonna be blue. Yep. Gee, I sure do wonder what the rightmost one is gonna be. But sure, we don't need that. So let's get the final guy. Gee, I wonder which color is gonna be the last one. I already know it's blue. Great design, great symmetry. So let me see, do I have can I break the door down here yet, or... Oh, I can't, okay. So, regrettably, it seems I can't actually get everything down here just yet. Oh. Can die, however. Take the long way back down. The very long way back down. Oh, there's another... Maybe I have to go back up, like, to proceed after this. I do see there's another thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. And a gate that doesn't look like it's the same one. The same area that I got, but I'm not by unlocking the other. Hey, you can't do this yet, gate that I saw before. So maybe I will get the ability to open up that mystery gate, like right now. Sake. That's even everything. Alright, come on. Alright, there we go, that takes care of that. So now let's see, it was red, blue, the hardest puzzle in the world, but the problem now is we can't do it because we need to, well, need to recharge our magic, but there should be a magic font right over here. So it's not really a big deal. So let's go ahead and grab, you know what, let's go ahead and grab the health font too. He's got like a misery of life left to heal, but might as well. So from left to right it's red, blue, the hardest pattern to figure out. Or I thought it was. What? Did that not work? Are you telling me that didn't work? Oh, I have to do them in an order too. Okay. But still red, blue, just not from left to right perfectly. to the abandoned mine we go. There's an intricate complex. For the place you say complex, not complex, right? Whatever. Tell them I never learned to swim, maybe they will come for me. Yeah, that will work out. That did work out. Oh, new bestiary entry unlocked for Dracula. Of course, his bestiary entry will just be down here in fuck all knows where caverns. Former knight chosen by the Brotherhood to defeat the Lords of Shadow and restore light to the world. He fulfilled his mission, but at a heavy price. Led down a path to eternal darkness. Well, returns from oblivion to the highest tower of the castle in search of revenge on those who wronged him. There are only 1, 2, 3, there are 5 bestiary entries left to unlock in the whole game. I wonder what they could be. Oh. Oh boy, I can't open whatever that is, that's a shame. Yeah, sure, you can just cheese that guy. Oh, there's one more. Right, there we go. Expertly played out. Wonder what the sections always remind me of Heart of Darkness for some reason. See, there's a game I never played. And yet, I'm pretty sure I heard about it a long time ago. It's a face in the rock, 2 faces in the rock. Wonder what this could be about. Discovered a giant door on the upper floor that should lead to the last relic made by Gandolfi. The last relic led by Gandolfi. Well, obtaining it will not be as easy as it might seem. What became of Rinaldo? Well, who knows? You know, that's something that I don't think is ever clarified. Like this continuous version of Rinaldo Gandolfi is constantly mentioned, and yet never really find out what happened to him. Pretty much all you find out is that apparently his the toy maker was his student. Right, that takes sure that this thing is apparently not active, so I can't get that thing over there. Wasn't it a PS1 game? I think it was. from what I read about it before the video. Oh boy. Can you guess where this is gonna go? We're gonna keep doing this regardless. Yep, I see no problem with this. Now what? Oh shit, alright, that's the white button. Come on. Just really obnoxious. Great. Oh, okay. Didn't really have anything to say because despite pretty much already happened, the only different thing is that you got an extra added annoyance with getting bombarded with fire nonsense over in the background. That's it. What else can I say about this masterpiece of a boss fight? Oh. Did I die from that? Even though that guy had a misery of... Yeah, I did. Misery of health left. And now he has half his health left. How come he doesn't get hurt by the fire? Is he like fireproof? Right now I'm having a much harder time believing that I'm gonna die. Right, there we go. Alright, let's try that again, and this time with no surprise. Waiting behind the door. Let's check out this here next upgrade thing, which with any luck should be the final upgrade. Very complicated. I can pull the secret stone doors. It's a very exciting affair, as you see. And let's see, new objective there. New equipment. Okay, now apparently there's one more upgrade to find. I don't know what it would be. So a new retractable spur on the tip. It can now be used to break open some stone doors. Also shadow magic. Left the way of light after tasting the sweet flavor of the shadows. The impious fire grants enormous power to increase the damage cost in exchange for a fair portion of magic. Alright. equivalent exchange. So I really don't know if I can expect there to be like any teleports in this story. I think I should have found one by this point. I like how it lets you waste health funds by letting you use them even if you have full health. It's very funny. Oh, okay, oh, alright. So let's wait for this thing to come over here. Continue this very enjoyable expedition through Death World. Oh, I can't keep pushing this over in that direction. Oh, there's a slightly raised tile, so clearly that means... Okay, see, I saw this. The electricity barrier above the carts up there. But at the same time I was as confused as ever as to what the game wants me to do at a given time. Alright, so my guess is I have to like cling to the fuck's sake to the right edge of that and then let go. Yep, actually climbing on top of it. Also, good night, lizard. Oh boy, did I... Okay, I was gonna say, did I jump at the worst possible time, but apparently not quite. Okay, why did I lose all my momentum there? Certainly I was not able to have any kind of horizontal inertia. And then that was no longer the case, with no explanation as to why it was the case to begin with. And there we go. If only I could have gotten there before. Right, wait up. I see a thing over on the right, but I don't know how to get to it. Perhaps have to... no. Oh, can't like jump through horizontally because this big old pipe's in the way. So I don't know, I'll have to figure out a way, but not at this precise time, I guess. Come on. Oh, great. You know, I really do love these puzzles. They are not in the slightest obnoxious or aggravating. You do not make me want to tear my hair out. You do not feel like something that should be easier thanks to smoother controls, but it isn't because set controls do not exist. Or anything of the sort. I do not know why anyone would say that. Just I do not know what the fuck the intended course of action is here. guess we go this way, but then what? See, there is the thing back there, and I don't know what it is, and... alright. I was trying to hang on to the right edge without actually getting on top of the platform there, but... You know, with these controls, how could I possibly have failed? It was my own fault, clearly. Wait, what? This is... How am I... You know, the map up here wasn't actually mapped out. Okay, now it was. There. Wait, what? Fuck's sake, come on. Please actually get off the platform when I require you to do so. There's nothing left to do but to avenge my family. And the great pirate king swear vengeance upon the dragon without rest. Though he's dead and pledged that he will forever curse the name of the nasty. Oh hey, what do you know about? Actually I just now realized it didn't even occur to me until this point. I wonder why, but this game is yet another adaptation of Castlevania 3 in a way. It's a very terrible one. It has Trevor, it has Alucard, it has Sypha, kind of. She's not really a character, but is a full-on character, but she is the protective ghost in the first story. It's also Simon's mother. It also has Simon, who does not belong in that part of the timeline, but just like in every other goddamn adaptation, Grant got shafted, and we just saw that it happened in a different way in this one. This is gonna be fine. You know, I am becoming less and less inclined to actually get 100% of all the items and what have you. With Trevor, I get the feeling that when the time comes, I'll just end up loading it on my other file, in which I think I did do that. And use that to show if anything I might have missed in this one, but for now, let's see. Left seal, doesn't matter when you ask, I'll always shelter from the light. Doesn't matter which magic you offer, will always unfold a path. Alright. Guess we'll find out what that means. Guessing it means these seals right here. What about red magic? Does that unfold the path? Alright. We'll take this health upgrade. Which it looks like there might just be one or two of those left in the game. If I use light on the right side, will that open a different path? Well, not really, not any that I can access from here anyway. And that's the same way. And I get the feeling this is the way I'm supposed to do it. Let's see. It looks like we need to go this way, but oh, there's a thing here. Didn't even realize. There was gonna be like a door or something. Fuck is this? Are we being given the Pegasus boots? Speed boots. Now we can jump further. Oh boy. It's gonna be like the fucking... well, the boots in the Lords of Shadow one. Which uses the same double tap L to sprint. Same control scheme for dashing as in Circle of the Moon, i.e. the not very good one. Not the controls, I mean, not the game. Designed by the Time Maker to give the War Messenger greater speed. Perfectly combines complicated engineering with the purity of its magic components. Alright, if you say so. Step forward twice to activate the propulsion mechanism and disappear in a cloud of dust. Disappear in a cloud of dust? I don't think that's quite what happened here. Alright. So yeah, if there's no teleportation, fuck it. I'm not gonna get all the items. Oh, hi. Oh, this seems fine. Oh, the gargoyle's so excited. Actually, I was not aware that they could do that. Alright, come on, let us never be put through that again. Why are you here? Come on. I just want to see how much farther I have to take this crap. So much sweat and blood spilled to reach this point, always due to a simple mistake. Light does not neutralize light, shadow does not defeat shadow. Balance between the two is the only thing that can finish off the Prince of Darkness, just as the legends foretold. So is this gonna be the same as the final boss in Lords of Shadow 1, where... oh, for fuck's sake. You know, you have to use the elemental gimmick more and more. Though it comes to a point where I don't have any limitations on how much I can use it, or I hope I get to that one, because that makes it a bit easier. Stupidly easier. I'm okay with that, or I am okay with that. One of the reasons I was brought up to read this. Come on. Why are you not dead yet? I am very perplexed by this. There we go. Also, your default. Okay, this is the only way. Good. It's the only way, and apparently an immediate... oh, I was not sure if cutscene or transition, but seems like the former. Oh, we're just gonna stand there, alright. Oh, okay. Like a fucking Indiana Jones sequence where we... okay. Trying to go fast, which we should be in on principle, results in us dying. Here's yet another part of this that I completely blocked out of my memory. Trying to attack, thank you very much there. Apparently you can't attack when you're using the dash boots or whatever. Which makes little sense. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like they checkpoint you at certain points at least. Certainly better than having to redo this from the beginning every time. That would be terrible. Okay, so what the fuck do I do here? Do I just wait? I guess I do. Because, you know, God forbid you run too far ahead to where you can actually have an advantage. Jesus Christ, it's gonna be the same point from before, isn't it? Fuck's this big tower anyway? I don't remember seeing towers as big as this before. Come on. Okay, and then we have to jump again, which you can't really see coming. There you go. Back to massive cell shade style. Here, I got a present for you. Hope you like it. Right. So now what? Is this a dead end on the left? Far eastern end of the mine there is a river of magma that blocks the way to a sort of ancient pagan temple. Okay, so wait. Okay, we were there before. We fell all the way back down here, I guess. Let's follow the very linearly predetermined path and see where that takes us. Well, hey, it's a thing back there. I'm not even quite sure what that is. Those naked people. Do they have like modesty hair? It's really hard to tell because they're so far in the back. Well, maybe we'll find out. Actually, wait. Can go under these things, right? Well, I can go, but then, you know, looks like I should be able to get down here, but apparently I can't. What about the other side? Well, apparently that does not apply here either. Oh, fuck it then. So what is up here? I see that guy. And he says, I was attracted by hypnotic voices echoing through the castle. Beginning an uncontrollable carnal lust within me. Oh boy. Some forbidden game. It's yet another thing that I don't remember anything about. Look, there's only one more level to get to unlock the final move. For executing Tremor Punch. What, like this? Oh no, not like that, like this. Yeah, okay. Guess I could try that out. Hi. Right, I guess that works out. I don't know if what are the enemies I'm gonna run into are gonna give me the opportunity to complete that wind-up though. Oh Jesus, we do have a teleporter. Let's see where it takes us to. Is there gonna be more than one, or is there gonna be just the one? I wonder. See, in the first story you got like this hub room full of teleporters, but then in the second story you only got one. That leaves you between two places, and as things are, I would be more inclined to believe that latter is going to be the case for this, yeah. And I don't want to go back there though. Arch room, cells, vertical prison. Oh, the other one was vertical prison? No, that's here, okay. Abandoned mine, clock tower. See, I don't want to go through the clock tower again. And there's an item left there. I'm not sure if I want to go here again, where I'm going right now. Well, there's something right here. Let's see what it is, at least. Complex mechanism of automatons and magnets placed carefully beneath the board. Rules of the macabre game were far different from conventional chess. Not by that much, I mean. You have predetermined movements, the pieces do. Picture the wolves move like knights. That was the rule, and then the vampires move one space at a time. Or no, the vampires move two spaces at a time, in any direction. And the necromancers move one space at a time, but they can attack two spaces away. And summon the zombos at any space. I know I remember these things. What is up here? Oh, I probably need to use the dash there. Not that there's any real way to tell just from first glance, you know. Or let's just go back. That's apparently whatever we have to do next to proceed to the mysterious next area is here in the mine. I think this is the mine. There we are. Oh, there's a bestiary entry down there. Oh, I wasn't really trying to fall there, but alright. Bestiary entry witches. Let's take a look at that, I guess. Cursed from birth and indoctrinated by their sisters, the witches have spent centuries hiding from the world in the depths of the earth. Subjugated by the power of the new Dark Lord, they use their knowledge of the Dark Arts in the Shadow Plane to attempt to defeat him and claim their dominion of the castle. Alright. So they're not in with Dracula, it sounds like. So where do I go from here? Okay, just keep moving in this direction. Oh yeah, because I couldn't get past that gap before, but now I can. Well, let's see what lies beyond this point.
Come again, great demon lord. Free us from him. Time for your vengeance has come. Come again, great demon lord. Free us from him. Time for your vengeance has come.
Oh, is this gonna be when the... Yeah, this guy returns. Is this guy gonna give us a free ride back to the top part of the belfry, which I guess would mean at least we'll have to go back through the clock tower, which I really don't want to do. Oh boy, we get a QT cutscene here. I can definitely see why I blocked this out of my mind here. Now it's just gonna be the post-boss part for the first boss all over again, just with this guy now. Alright, let's see, it's hold RT and press X. Okay, I'm not touching anything right now. And then transitions, alright. Oh, alright, I'm doing what the prompt is telling me to there. I guess it worked. It looks like the Demon Lord is still one eye short due to the previous encounter. The encounter that happened in the prologue. Or at least you have a slight grace period between when the prompts show up and when the cutoff time for the action occurs, I guess. Oh boy. Sure, I can understand how that worked. And then there's this guy. Who shows up for all of 2 seconds here. And then he was never heard from again, except for an extremely brief sequence in Lords of Shadow 2 that was pretty much disconnected from everything else. So that's nice. Well, I'm back in the Belfry, I guess. Just gotta keep advancing on. Oh, okay. And get another bestiary entry for the Demon Lord. Alright, so how many of those am I missing? 3. Although defeated and humiliated by Gabriel many years ago, the powerful creature has been released by the witches. Having a profound hatred, it has sworn to destroy the offspring of its enemy before returning to the Shadow Plane. But that didn't quite work out. Instead he got turned into the thing that you fight in Alucard's story, and then he fucking died. So where does this thing go? Should go further back. It goes to the cells. Wherever this is. It's just that one screen that has like 7 upgrades. It is, okay. I don't know. I already put myself through the grueling task of getting all the optional items in the other 2 stories. This is pretty much the only one that I haven't done that for yet, and I am very tempted to just give up on that because it's terrible, but I don't know. I did not realize there would be a second teleport, and I'm pretty sure that that's the final boss up there of this story, at least. Who knows, maybe maybe I will take the time to get this shit. I don't know, I'm missing 2. 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. I hate the fact that I have to go back for this one, but hang on. Let me get whichever thing is apparently back here that I didn't get. I'm guessing it only showed up after that cutscene boss thing. Because otherwise I would have noticed it. Oh yeah, there it is. The bestiary entry unlocked, Toymaker. Once Gandolfi's most outstanding pupil, he is now trapped by a terrible curse that is killed and dark curse that Walter Bernard himself imparted all those centuries ago. Not gonna tell you exactly when though. Never stops working on the creation of macabre instruments of death and destruction, at least until the curse that is upon him is forever broken. He's... Nobody will fight this creature. He's just there. It's a complete red herring. Alright, so let's see. I guess I might as well get started. Go back to the cells, which should be... Well, actually, I don't know if this is further back than the red teleporter or not. It is not. Actually, the other teleporter goes further back, but that's okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have all of the abilities now, yep. So in theory I should be able to get everything here. There are 3 things left to collect, and they are both 3, yes, I know what I said. Both 3 things are in the lower left segment of this area. So let's go. Oh, Something tells me I'm not actually gonna be able to use that attack against the one boss that is left in the game. Right, so I do remember some of the stuff being invisible but not easily accessible. Oh, hang on, do I need to... That would be terrible. I'm thinking maybe I need... I do remember that one of the things I saw before was like a thing that I can only access if... I was at like the lower level, the lowest level it was connected to the elevator, and then the elevator wasn't actually there. Which is where it is right now. So I'm thinking that maybe the solution for that is to do something terrible, i.e. take the elevator up and then use the... and this is looking less and less doable by the second. I think I will fucking give up after all. Yeah. If I do take the detours necessary to get all this stuff, it's gonna take a lot longer than I really care to spend, so fuck it. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go beat the game, and then I'll just go to my other file to access all the stuff that I didn't get in this one. So, you know, never mind the interlude to collect all the stuff. It's not happening. I have no remorse for, you know, skipping out on that, because this game is... It's been going on for a bit too long for how non-enjoyable it is. So let's just walk up the stairs here. Oh, I'm not in control anymore, by the way, in case you were wondering. I'm not touching my controller right now. Let's see what kind of final encounter we will have here.
Come out and face me!
Right, so he has...
I was planning to pay a visit on the Brotherhood. It was unnecessary to send someone special to meet me. I say that because I see you hold one of Gandolfi's weapons in your hand. In their desperation, it seems the Brotherhood have deceived you. Yet I would know the name of the warrior who wields such a weapon.
Someone for whom your very existence brings shame upon me and my family, devil. You are an abomination upon this earth. I know who and what you are, and this day I claim vengeance for my mother's murder.
So it's personal then. That makes things far more interesting.
I didn't actually tell him his name, though.
Revenge is a powerful emotion, my friend. It has been my closest companion for many years. I have killed so many. I have sent them all to a better life. Surely you can see that. I have no interest in getting to know my victims. I don't know your mother, boy.
But you did know her. You knew her very well. I'll tell you her name. Right before I cut it into your heart.
But not right now, though. See, it's called dramatic irony. It's about as subtle as a steam locomotive, but... Oh, okay, it's just gonna tell me what to do, I see. Even though I still vaguely remember the hint to this from a while ago. Select the magic that's opposite to your opponent, even though this was not the case in the other chapter where you fight him. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. I'm probably gonna have to use the checkpoints that this fight I am fairly certain has, because okay, I don't know how I was meant to escape that at that point. Right, there we go. He's now using the red stuff. Maybe that should be that. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Should be a hint that maybe you should switch to the other color. Oh, okay. Let's try that one more time. At least it does checkpoint you in this position. At least the healing effect of the blue magic is still in effect. It works. I think some of those blows are like blockable, but it's not something you have your mind on halfway through this. Right, he does that 5 times in a row, and he does the thing where he creates the pillars of fire. Now the question is, he's gonna do something different now. He's actually gonna like actively switch between them now. Also notice how I have unlimited magic for this part, because well, I guess if they do the same thing as in final boss of Lords of Shadow 1, where they give you unlimited magic, because otherwise the fight will be 100 times worse. And yet, you know, whereas in the end of Lords of Shadow 1 that made it extremely easy due to how effective the healing magic was, this one it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so he just like alternates between the movesets that he was doing before, I guess. Oh, or not, he just mixes them. This is gonna work out eventually, I guess. At least it does give you a very unclear but yet very cue that when he does this weird shockwave attack, you're supposed to switch to the magic element so that it doesn't hurt you. Come on. Oh, okay, I almost didn't make that in time. So I'm pretty sure I can do like the slam shockwave thing before. Oh, okay, good. Can take half your life off with a combo like that. That's good to see coming. And it doesn't look like there are any more saving points after the second one. Which I guess is fitting enough, but doesn't mean I have to like it. Alright, come on. What? Right. Apparently, if you jump just once, that's not high enough to clear the height of that shockwave thing. Of course. And well, you know, it happened again with the exact same move. I don't really know how much that part in particular was playtested, because I can't imagine that a lot of people who are playing this are great at reacting to that move in particular, because it's like a twofold thing. You have to know that, or you don't really have to know anything. You have to assume that as soon as he switches to the blue moveset, he's going to use that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to react. Hey, that's another move that he never did before. Like right now. Oh, okay. Right now, I guess you can. Okay, no. Basically, stay very far away from him whenever he starts swinging his sword, and when he's just what he's supposed to, just when he's in the blue in general. I was trying to back away from him so that it wouldn't get sandwiched with the last one like I did. Apparently it didn't quite work all that great, and now I'm getting unfocused again. Jeez, well, I'm dead here. It's my first instinct whenever he's like near me is to dodge, but if I dodge and he starts doing the sword combo with the blue moveset, then I don't really have time to block, which would be the thing that presumably would result in you not getting hit there, but I don't know. But, okay, I was trying to do the slam down there. Well, I'm dead. And I've noticed that pretty much every time that I've died to this in the last 5 or so attempts has been to that particular combo. Oh, I can't skip that. Wasn't even aware. Oh, come on. See, now I'm kind of glad that I didn't bother to go after the rest of the items, because if I had done that and had to deal with this later, I would feel even worse. I think this is enough by itself. Oh shit. I always forget that he's even gonna do this. No, Jesus Christ, no, he's doing it again. Right, so I guess you're supposed to dodge back 3, or... Either dodge or block the first two, dodge the third, and then duck or roll under the fourth. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. I can do like an uppercut, so that doesn't really do anything. So I should go far away from him when he starts doing the geysers like that. Come off, damn it. Ugh. Okay, I'll try to do that how I said before and didn't quite work out, I don't know. You know, the camera that doesn't quite cover that much ground, and when he does the thing where he dodges to the other side like that and it takes a while to catch up to him doesn't help either. Come on. Can he please fucking die so I can put an end to this? Not before switching back to this terrible moveset. There we go. Now time for another series of QTs, I think.
You will never defeat me.
Oh, I'm still in control. Alright. I have to dodge his fire as I fall. Oh, and if even one of those hits you, you die apparently.
You will never defeat me.
The ride never ends, you see. I assume that's fire. It was beautifully animated when I died from that. Ah, there we go. Oh dear. Sure do wonder what could have happened here, considering that... Yeah, considering what we know of what happened before in the future. Okay, so that somehow happened.
I understand now. I understand everything.
I can't get the details of how that reversal worked out, but...
Right, even though it was in vain. But you accepted your fate. You were betrayed at every turn. Yet you still followed the path set out for you. Even when that betrayal included your own wife. Fate is cruel. But in the end, I pity you, Father.
Father?
Oh my, who could have guessed?
What is this?
See, if only you had told him your name at the beginning of the fight, maybe this would have turned out different.
Marie. Damn you! Why?
I think that subtitle had a few more U's than that line reading reflected. Same with the nose and the O's. Oh boy. And oh boy, you could have seen that coming, except for all of the not so subtle stuff that you can work out. And in this continuity, Trevor becomes Alucard. What a twist. Even though, you know, thanks Jose Luis Marquez and Dario Aye, I don't know, and Dave Cox. Sure, I'm glad that all of these people had this brought to us. I don't know why they did. You know, I can say I don't know why they did that, but as I say that, I realize I can say I can refer to any part of this sub-series when I say that. I don't know why they did that. But hey, we have Pedro Núñez and Adolfo Navarro and Igor Eras and Diego Gisbert, and well, these people just did the art. I don't think they were directly responsible for the horror that we have just been put through. I'm sure David Alegre had a hell of a time doing this. But yeah, that was... Can I skip this? Yeah, I can. That was that. I've unlocked hardcore difficulty and boss rush game mode, which I will never be going through. New bestiary entry unlocked, Lost Soul. What? What is the Lost Soul? Game finished at 94%. Final secrets and unlocks an exclusive cinematic separate ways. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I already did that. But not in this file. Actually, let me see what happens if I... Doesn't have a continue the game option, does it? Yeah, I guess not. It wouldn't really make sense. 83%. I even took the time to do the other chapters at 100%. I regret doing that in retrospect, right? So... What is the law of this guy? The lost soul is fate itself, the physical manifestation of the mirror. Anyone who is near its influence will be manipulated and guided to their unavoidable destiny without any opportunity to change it. Yeah, that's another thing about this game that they barely even touched upon, even though that's in the title of the game. Alright, let's go into slot 1. Currently... Oh, I could have just done this, okay. What the fuck is separate ways? Is this like the secret ending to Kingdom Hearts Breath by Sleep? I mean, the story is not... I don't know, I think this is worse, but... the dumbness of it could be compared, I feel. So when is this? I'm gonna try to figure that out. Well, this is after the end of the second chapter, I guess, in the future.
Farewell.
Farewell, Notre Dame. Farewell, Anne Orlando. I'm just gonna watch you fall over in a very stilted fashion because you're just a 2D paper cutout. Okay, that was totally worth it. Wouldn't it be a glorious sensation if I actually took the time to get all the crap and then that was all that I unlocked at the end? Okay. Yes, I want to exit the game and I'm going to uninstall it now, thank you very much. I don't believe I will ever be installing it again. But yeah, that was Mirror of Fate. It was think the low point of the Lords of Shadow sub-series. Because, like, I don't know what I was expecting. I think this was even like the first Lords of Shadow game I ever played. And I'm pretty sure I thought it was even worse back then. Due to the fact that I'm pretty sure the first time I played this game it was with keyboard and mouse, which is about as fun as you can imagine. And like, you know, with all the failings for that the other Lords of Shadow games have, at least the 3D ones are kind of fun to play if you get into them. They're a bit more like, you know, a proper game in the style that they're trying to imitate, like God of War or, I don't know, Devil May Cry or stuff like that. Not really, like, mind-blowing or anything, but they're passable. And I don't think I can say the same for this one. And it really doesn't help that, you know, just to start with the Lords of Shadow reboot thing just destroys the original continuity and starts a new thing that reuses names and stuff from the original continuity, but just mixes them around and puts them wherever. And this one makes it worse by taking stuff like Simon Belmont, Trevor Belmont and all of that stuff and just rewriting it into a mishmash that's completely out of line with what it used to be. And the whole thing with the Mirror of Fate, like, it's supposed to be a thing that, like, it never really explains, but you can kind of discern it from the few bits of lore that address it. Like, it's this thing that makes whoever is near it be unable to change fate, which implies that if you're not near it, you can change your fate. But like, it's never explained where it came from or why Trevor even has a piece of it in the beginning, or I don't know. Why? Just why? Like, it doesn't even play a role in the story, not really. It's just there to be the... It's just there. It doesn't even do anything. Like, you could literally remove it from the story and nothing would change. Except for some very minor spiels in the dialogue, but who even cares about that? But yeah, that was... I think I need to stop this now, or else I'm just going to continue. Which, you know, is a very, very broad statement, but it is not a good prospect, I'll put it that way. But no, it's time to close this out, which means that after this, the only game left in the marathon that's in the planned out thing actually written down is the final game in the Lords of Shadow sub-series, which is Lords of Shadow 2, which, you know, I didn't play that much of. I feel like I even played the first one more. And I do, well, what I do remember of it is that the stability of the story does not leave. It is a consistent element, but at least it goes in a slightly different direction with, you know, instead of shitting on the old Castlevania stuff, it just takes it in a new and incredibly stupid direction, admittedly, but at least it doesn't, like, mess as much with the old Castlevania stuff, so, like, whatever. And, you know, I think if gameplay-wise it's a little bit more... It's a little bit refined from the first one, so it's not quite as bad as the horrors that we've experienced for the past 3 streams in this entry in the marathon, so no, I'm gonna do that next, I guess. I don't know when I'm gonna be done with it. Hopefully soon, so that I can actually put a rest to that. But yeah, that's gonna be that for now. So I thank everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting, always great whenever people chat, and I will see you soon. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Depending on whether or not I have anything to do. Well, there is a thing I have to do, but I don't know, like, how much time I'm gonna be devoting to it. Hopefully I don't have to spend too much time on it, but probably not gonna be playing that if I do stream tomorrow. Maybe something else, maybe finish Wind Waker, so I can actually put that on my checked list as well. But yeah, I will see you soon regardless. probably gonna stream on Thursday if I don't stream tomorrow, so I will see you soon, and let me find a song to play this out of from Castlevania 4 to cleanse my palate a little bit. Maybe even Castlevania 3 so I can remember, you know, times when stuff was actually done right. What does this sound like? Sure. So yeah, I will see you later.